and welcome to the Ram Show. It is Sunday. I want to keep saying September, but it's not September. It's November 19th, 2017. Did I? Yes, I did name it correctly on the stream this week. So, anyway. So, I think we got some pretty decent topics this week. Lined up and ready to go. With that being said, I'm going to bring in Zach. Hello, Zach.
Yes.
So
that would be me.
So some interesting things happening kind of behind the scenes, aren't there?
What, with my Discord name just changing for no reason?
Yeah, like your Discord name just like changed randomly.
Am I been hacked? I don't know. Are they gonna get much if they hack my Discord account? Nope.
Probably not. My Spotify account, I think, got hacked at one point.
So I guess I don't really care. Like, if I was actually hacked, well, I'd just probably nuke it from Orbit and make a new account.
Right. No, like I said, I'm pretty sure my Spotify account got, like, hacked at one point in time. Because there were, like, all these random, like, playlists that were created. And, like, I would be listening to music.
Stuff that you didn't listen to?
Yeah, like, stuff, like, I would never listen to ever. It was like rap and stuff like that. Like, I'm not into that kind of stuff. And
I agree.
And what else was there? There was that, and then like the way Spotify works, like you can only play it in one location at a time. So I'd like be listening to a song and all of a sudden it would just pause. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I finally contacted them. I had to like create a whole new account. So anyway, yeah, that was a thing that happened. But
well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that was all fun. What the heck is going on? I can't figure out. So I've been having an issue, and it only seems to be on like my wireless devices. And that is that like I don't know what else to do. I've changed the router.
What are your wireless devices doing?
So they're having, like, right now, like, my laptop I have up as a monitor device for, being able to, like, monitor the live stream. Nope, I want you to be there for the live. Anyway, so, like, it's just buffering right now. But it only seems
your wireless devices aren't getting much bandwidth, you're saying?
I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know.
You could really easily pin it on the wireless by plugging them in and then seeing how it works.
That's true.
If it suddenly works better, then, found the problem.
But, like, that's the issue. And that shouldn't be at 720p. That should be at 1080p. Let's do this. We're going to close that. Even like Slack, when I opened it up earlier, like was having issues. We're going to turn off the Wi-Fi and turn it back on. But it's like with all my wireless devices, I don't know what it is. I reset the router and everything starts to work fine. But like, I've swapped out the router. I've changed the channel IDs, or the channels, on my wireless devices so that they're totally separate from everything else in my area. So, like, I have no idea right now. But it's getting kind of annoying.
I mean, it might just be that wireless is not as good as wired.
Well, yeah, we've known that for years, but like, I shouldn't be having... Like, I never used to have these issues.
Well, that's probably the only reason that makes it a little fishy.
Yeah.
Like, well, it used to work better, even though it was wireless.
So I'm almost wondering if... But see, and that's the issue. It only happens on the wireless side of things, which it's like, that's the part that makes it weird. But I'm almost wondering if I'm trying to talk and like hit things all at the same time, so that's why I keep pausing. Anyway, no, I'm almost wondering if it isn't, and I should just take the initiative to just swap it out for like a few days and see what happens. But because I have fiber, the way the internet comes into my house, it comes in through, like, literally, it comes in through a Cat5 cable. And that Cat5 cable used to go directly into a switch. Now it is terminated to a, like, an actual jack that I did just to make it look nicer. And from the jack, it goes to the switch. But the switch is the only part of my network that I don't actually own. That's, like, from the telephone company. And I had a problem previously with that switch. And so the one that we have now just got replaced, like, I think maybe sometime last year or early this year even. So...
Right.
So I'm almost wondering, like I said, if it isn't, like, that problem. Like, it's a problem with that particular switch. Because we have issues with the TV every now and then, too, where, like, I don't watch a lot of TV, but my mother does. And so, like, she'll be watching, and all of a sudden it'll just go black. And I don't know if it's an issue on, like, my ISP's end, or if it's an issue on that channel's end. Like, you know, something, like, gets messed up in their, like, whole sending it or whatever. So, oh my gosh, that looks like crap. Let's see if I can turn that into 1080p there. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on with all that. I got to do some investigation work, but yeah. Anyway. Ooh, okay, so updates for the channel. We now have a custom URL. Woo! So go check us out. Well, if you're already watching, but it's youtube.com/c/techbeammedia. So yes, that's a thing now. The other thing, not that we have a lot of people using it, but it's still a thing there. We had a forum before, but I recently changed the software on it to make it work a little bit easier for, like, the back end and things like that, and there's just some other features and things like that I can do with it, so that's a thing. Hang on.
Yay.
Yay what? The fact that we have
I don't know.
a new forum?
Whatever you just said.
So, yeah. So this is kind of cool. You know, general discussion. We're going to have the RAM show topics listed in here weekly, so that if people wanted to, like, go discuss them in more detail or whatever. I'm sure once we actually get, like, a bigger viewership that this will actually be more of a thing, but there should be a link down in the description below. If there's not, we'll put one down there later and everything like that. So, yeah. So that's just kind of some behind-the-scenes stuff. Let's see here. New channel intro coming soon. It's like 95% done. I just have to decide what I want to do with the beginning of it, because I don't quite like my idea. So that's a thing. Some new content coming hopefully as soon as I edit it. And we'll probably be doing some seasonal content for the holidays that are coming up. So,
For the record, I think this idea sucks.
Well, okay. That's not exactly what I was talking about. So the idea that Zach is talking about that he thinks is a horrible idea is, you know what? No. We're not going to talk about it because I don't want to ruin it.
What is there to ruin?
Okay, fine. It's like a holiday greeting from us at TechBeam, so...
Oh my god. Yeah, just some stupid little jingle crap, whatever.
Jingle crap? No, we're not writing a jingle. I don't think... Well, okay. Joe was in choir, but besides that, I don't think any of us can sing.
Nope. And you could not pay me to do that. Let me tell you.
Not even if I somehow magically had $1 million.
In that case, I'll sing whatever you want. But I know you don't have $1 million, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
You know, so the thing about YouTube is you make AdSense money, which the more viewers you have, the faster it grows, right? So our channel's been around for almost an hour. And almost an hour.
An hour?
Almost a year. I looked over at... See, this is so delayed. I have no idea what's going on with this. You know what? New idea. Because this is going to irritate me. We're going to take this computer and we're going to shut it down. And then we're going to restart it. So anyway, so our channel's been around for about a year now. It'll be a year in January 1st, because we started the first of the year this year. And our channel has actually generated... I sent you a picture the other day on Slack.
I saw it.
We won't say how much, but I have to get your opinion. What did you think when you saw that?
I don't know.
I was actually a little surprised at the amount that it was. So, I mean, it's not much, but it's more than I expected. I don't know if you're in the same boat.
I guess, but I don't really know the kind of numbers that go into ad dollars.
Well, it's like based on cost per million or something like that. So, anyway.
Unfortunately for you, I don't think a video of singing is going to generate $1 million of ad revenue. So, nope.
No, but, if we can find a microwave here at some point, one that I actually want to pay for, blowing up a hard disk platter, that might generate some views.
Perhaps, but unlikely to see $1 million worth of them.
Oh, not $1 million worth. No, I'm just saying it should
Right.
generate some income, which will be interesting. So, all right.
We might be able to buy a pizza or something.
Well, okay. So the way AdSense works, they don't pay out until you hit a certain threshold.
Yeah, I don't think you get any money until you get a certain amount.
Yeah. Hold on. I mean, this is probably publicly known information, but I'm not going to say it on the stream. There you go, Zach. That's how much we have to make, though, before they'll actually pay us out. So.
And we're not even close. Wow.
No, we're not. But, for that, we could buy... We'll put it this way. We could buy many pizzas for that amount. So. Anyway. All right.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's get into some actual tech topics for this week now. So, Zach, Google Docs, would you agree is awesome?
Pretty nice.
Google Docs is awesome. It's actually what we use to collaborate on many of our documents for like TechBeam and the RAM show even. The really cool thing about it is you can collaborate with people and see things like happen in real time. That's the actual really nice thing about it.
Well, that is the point. Otherwise, you'd just be uploading Word documents and sending them back and forth, right?
Well, that's part of the idea behind it.
That's really the only difference is you see it in real time and you don't have to do that clunky uploading.
And it's on the cloud.
Hey, here's the new...
Well, I think the main appeal is that it's on the cloud.
This is true.
So, anyway, so there was let me go back to the easeability of Google Docs real quick. Like, if you know Word and, like, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, like, they're pretty interchangeable for the most part. People can figure them out really, really easily. So, anyway, what's nice about them for us with the collaboration thing is we could actually put, like, a layout together for the show, and then, like, Zach can have that open, I can have it open, and I can actually make changes to it, and he can see them in real time. Things like that, so, which is pretty cool. Now, we've all heard of the excuse, probably, my dog ate my homework, right?
Right.
Kids the other day could have possibly said, Google ate my homework. Temporarily.
Temporarily?
Yes.
Wait.
Google Docs went down for a little over an hour on the 15th. So the 15th would have been Wednesday.
You know, I'm willing to bet that for at least one person, that was awfully convenient.
Yeah, right? Well, I think Google even like Google partners with schools. Like when I was in high school, like we
same.
all had Google like
All had
Docs
Google
and stuff.
accounts. Well, we all had Google accounts, and we all had a Gmail account specifically. I mean, I don't even remember ever using Google Drive through the school. It was just like, oh, it's there.
And
every
even
now
like,
and then one teacher will put an assignment there. That's
yeah.
it.
For like my courses that I take, and you probably would agree, a lot of our work is now done in like Google Docs.
Yep.
Just because it's so easy and simple to like work on and collaborate and share stuff with. So anyway, but yeah, so I guess on Wednesday, for about an hour or so, Google said, it's what Google said it was a significant subnet or subset of users, but basically Google Docs went down. So for a product with a user base that reaches into the hundreds of millions at a minimum, that's certain to mean a huge number of people who experienced a disruption. I don't remember any disruptions, but
didn't try to use it either, so
yeah, I think it was kind of hit or miss too. No, here's the interesting thing. You would think that it would be, well, maybe not, and I'll explain why in a minute, but they say, oddly, the outage was limited to only Google Docs and nothing else. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, obviously there's some segmentation between Google Docs and everything else then.
I would imagine that things are in separate, like, data centers and things like that. I would hope that you have multiple data centers, so that creates redundancy and things like that. And it probably helps with load balancing and stuff like that as well. This still looks like crap. Now it's even worse than it was before. I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, okay, fine. I'm over that. Anyway. Or Google still having issues. That could potentially be the like part of it. Highly unlikely. I bet you it has something to do with the internet in this or the Wi-Fi in this house or something. But I have no idea. So other portions of Drive and G Suite were still working for everyone. And for people who were still able to access Docs, there didn't seem to be any problems at all. So you're right, it probably is segmented. And again, like I said, different parts of the country, different regions, different servers that they connect into, different parts of the world, things like that. So, anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to give up on this. I am going to do this, though. Gonna pop the chat out. It says we have 2 viewers. I don't know if that's a glitch from when I restarted the stream or if somebody else is on with us. If you are, feel free to say hi in the chat. So, anyways, those in the unfortunate affected group were essentially locked out of their documents from shortly before 4 p.m. Eastern Time and shortly after 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So it would be likely after, that would be after the time that people would be in, school, at least for, high school, middle school, elementary school, things like that. But people would be working on their homework. So I can see the scenario where you're, trying to get into your Google Docs to do your homework and it's not there. Or what would be even worse...
I mean, an excuse.
What would be even worse, though, is, if you're in the middle of working on something and the service goes down, it doesn't go away locally, but it wouldn't be saved. So you'd want to make sure that you didn't actually close.
If you close it, it's gone, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, because now WordPress does something interesting. It, saves, a local file somewhere. I think it does. I could be wrong on that, actually. Anyway. So Google services remained up nearly all the time, so even the slightest outage is a surprise. It also occurred in the middle of the US work and school day, making the downtime a bit more disruptive as it left people without the ability to access documents they'd been writing and editing. Oh, Eastern time. So Eastern... Well, okay, so yeah, if it was between 4 and 5 p.m. Eastern time, Central time then, it would have been like, what, we're an hour behind, so like 3 and 4? So yeah, that still would have been, well, I don't know. On the West Coast, you still would have been in school, so... Yeah, I don't know if I totally agree with that statement. Anyways, so Google first acknowledged the issue at 3:48 p.m. Eastern Time, writing that it was aware of a problem and that left some people unable to access Google Docs. An hour later, it said that the problem had been resolved for some users, and by 5:10 p.m. Eastern Time,
How
Google
many
said,
is some?
"I have no idea." Google said everything was in the clear. They say, "We apologize for the inconvenience and thank you for your patience and continued support," the company wrote. It didn't comment on what caused the outage.
Be interesting to know, I suppose.
Oh, okay, so we have Rose with us. Hello, welcome to the stream. So what was the topic? We were talking about how Google Docs went down for a period of time on Wednesday. That would have been the 15th. Just got a notification for a live stream. Awesome. Which we're now going to be moving on to our next topic, but kind of final thoughts on that one, Zach?
A little unprecedented, isn't it? I mean, I don't think they've ever had an outage that big before, have they?
I don't know if they ever have. You know what? I'm trying to think in the amount of time that I've used Google, I don't think you know what? Well, actually, no. I take that back. Okay. So I remember sitting in class with the Google Doc open and having issues, but that wasn't related to Google. That was related to the campus actually having issues.
Oh, yeah. Earlier today, there was an outage. I was like, oh, I better check this. Nope.
Was it an actual outage or was it a service window? Because they like to do those on Sundays.
It might have been a service window. I don't know.
So
there was something about a service window, but I was a little confused because it decided not to work on all of my devices. I was like, well, I guess it's their problem now.
Right? So I still like that idea of like hooking a cable like directly into the back. Oh man. That would be interesting, but yeah. Okay. Moving on to our next topic here. I don't go clothes shopping. You likely don't go clothes shopping.
Neither do I.
So that's why I just said that. Have you ever heard
Instead of that, kind of noped out. Sorry.
Have you ever heard of a company called Forever 21?
Isn't that one of those quote unquote trendy places to shop?
I think so. We used to have one here in Mason, and then it went out of business.
Clearly must not have been trendy enough.
That and now with this coming out, I can imagine that sales are probably going to be going down a little bit.
They have more problems now?
Don't look now, but you may be, this is a really bad pun.
Let me guess. Credit card attacked again.
Yep. Like I said,
nailed it.
This is a really bad pun here, but it says, "Don't look now, but there may be hackers in your closet."
Oh my god. Whoever came up with that needs to not come up with that anymore. That's horrible.
So, okay, Super Girly Plays has subscribed to our channel, so that's awesome. I think we're now up to like 101 subscribers.
You did just say we had 100, so 100 plus 1, last time I checked, is indeed 100.
Okay, thank you. I don't math very well usually. That was definitely my downfall. But
I just don't like math. I used to be all right at it, but I didn't like it, so I got worse at it.
I feel like your problem is you were one of those kids in school where school wasn't challenging enough for you, so you got bored with it.
I guess I don't know.
Because, like, you strike me as, well, what were your ACT scores? They were fairly high for, like they were
I
above
took it
average,
once,
weren't they?
and I got 26, and then I got 30 the second time I took it because I actually brought a calculator that was... Fun fact, the first time I took it, I couldn't use my calculator because apparently it was illegal.
It was apparently illegal?
An illegal calculator, yep. That's a thing.
Okay.
I couldn't find my other one. That's what I said. I couldn't find my other one, so I brought that
I don't know.
one
I've never taken the ACTs, SATs. I didn't have to get into
well, good, because you didn't miss much.
Our little, campus.
Fun.
So, anyway. So, back to the topic at point here. So, actually, you might want to look now if you've recently thrown down some plastic at Forever 21. The clothing retailer revealed on Tuesday that hackers may have been able to scoop up customers' payment card data at certain stores during, get this, a good chunk of the year.
Oh, well, that's fun. The year, you say?
Yeah, it's not like...
That's a little bit of an issue, I think.
Yeah, it's not like it was just...
year, huh?
Yeah, it's not like it was just a...
Not like it was just, this 1 hour during this one day. No.
Right? Or these couple days. Like, you remember, I think Pizza Hut. Yeah, it was. We talked about Pizza Hut where it was like a couple days there, or like one day. But yeah, this says that it was over a good chunk of the year.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Oops.
Oops.
I feel like somebody at IT may be slightly losing their job. Maybe.
Slightly.
Maybe.
Or like losing their job and probably never getting another one in IT.
Oh, man. So, point-of-sale devices were compromised at... Oh, and here's the even best part. At I lost my spot. Unnamed locations from March to October.
So they don't even know where this
happened? I don't know.
They're just not going to tell you.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm wondering. I don't know if it's that they don't know where.
I think it would be better for them to at least say where, because, then people might be able to know whether or not they're affected, right?
It would be nice. So, thank you, Rose. This is actually really funny. She says, everyone is getting hacked, especially the biggest of the year with Equifax. That's not wrong. But then in brackets, she put Equihacks.
You'd think that with all these big companies getting hacks and data breaches and whatever, everybody else will be looking at each other going, well, we don't want to be next. We better do something.
Right? Yeah, you would think it would be kind of this wake-up call where it's like, what do we need to do to secure our systems?
To me mentality that they're just like, well,
security. Well, okay, I wouldn't call that security by obscurity.
Not security through obscurity.
No,
that's just not security.
It's
call it that? That's just not. It's just not.
Is that a good example of like the tinfoil hat being put on?
No, that's just...
Oh, no, that's conspiracy
ignorance?
Theories. Yes,
maybe
there
ignorance?
we go.
I don't know.
That's ignorance, yeah. Darn it.
Maybe the high-level people at these companies don't even know there's a problem.
Well, that could be. I wonder how many, like, people, like, executives and stuff like that. On the flip
side, perhaps they do know there's a problem and they've instructed their underlings not to say it.
That could potentially be. That would be a little unnerving, actually. That would be just slightly unnerving.
Be. Definitely would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have no idea what is up with... I'm still looking at my laptop. I still have no idea what's up. It's like buffering and... Yeah, I don't know. I honestly kind of sort of don't care as long as the chat still works. That's the part that I'm more interested in. So
Well, luckily for you, it's not on the chat isn't hosted on your laptop, so your laptop doesn't really have. You won't be able to read it. Might be a problem there, but it'll still work.
yeah,
It'll be there.
Energy saver. I think that's what it is. Computer sleep. Never. We're just gonna do that for now. Wait. No. I don't think that's actually what I want. I actually don't remember where that was. I want the screensaver. Desktop and screensaver. Here we go. Because the problem is start after never. There we go. The problem is once my computer like actually goes into, yeah, it's just on a frozen frame of me right now, just buffering. But it still says we're live online, so that's a good thing.
Well,
I guess.
it's your laptop that's having the problem, not your main computer.
Yeah.
So that would make some sense.
They're not updating their servers with security patches. Well, that was true in the Equifax breach. Like, I think, like, MySQL or whatever was out of date, and nobody updated it. And poor admin passwords. Well, I don't know if that was actually true, but remember we covered the story about how, like, apparently in, like, New Zealand or something like that, like, the default...
Oh, yeah, it was completely unrelated, but they did have
No,
that.
it was related to
Thing.
Equifax. It was Equifax. It was, but it was, like,
Like,
customer
basically,
service
this
side.
breach kind of uncovered more bad things they were doing.
Yeah, but it was, like, on the customer service side. But anyway, like, the database password was, like, admin or whatever, or, like, admin password.
Oh, yes. I still think it was Argentina, though. I don't know why you think
Was it
New Zealand.
Argentina? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure.
I honestly don't remember. We'd have to, well...
I mean, I guess we could always look it up and know the truth, but...
Yeah, we could. I wonder, actually. Anyway, so... yeah, okay, let's move on with this, basically. So yeah, so Forever 21 gets hacked, which joins the list of other big retailers such as Target, TJ Maxx, PF Chang's, and Michelle's, I guess. So, it's probably worth noting ways to keep yourself protected, and that is if you are using, well, pay attention to the news, obviously, if you hear something, but even more so is paying attention to your bank account statements. If you start to see, like, charges that you don't
obviously
recognize,
you didn't do.
Yeah, that you don't recognize, then something's not right. And I'm not going to attempt to... I was going to try to look that up, but I'm not even going to attempt to, because I'm going to have trouble trying to, like, look for it and continue to talk and look at, like, the story as well. So, yeah, I'm just done over that. Anyway. So, yeah, it's worth mentioning that those are good things to do to keep yourself safe. Also, I guess here in Mason City, a few months back, somebody found, like, a skimmer on an ATM. So...
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, so it's also important to remember that if something doesn't quite look right, and you know what, maybe what I'm going to start doing now, like gas pumps and when I go to the ATM, like, I'm going to just start pulling on, like, the little card reader just to make sure it doesn't move. And if it comes
Doesn't
off...
sound like a bad idea.
And if it comes off, then obviously something's not right. So, and that's the thing. It should not, like, it's meant to be built in there. It shouldn't come out. Well, it shouldn't come off, and it shouldn't, like, really wiggle or anything like that. If it does, something's not right, don't use it. So, anyway. And common sense, that would be the other thing. If you're buying things online, make sure you're buying them from reputable sites. And we've talked about this before, Zach. What do you want to look for in the address bar?
A lock icon.
A lock icon, or more specifically, HTTPS. The S
In
stands
most
for
browsers, the lock icon will indicate
in most browsers, yes,
HTTPS.
but the S stands for secure, and so basically all of your
Means it's
data is
encrypted.
encrypted. So yes, important things to look out for. So, all right, let's move on to I know what's next because I always put this in the same location every week. Microsoft news, which this week's Microsoft news is kind of boring.
Really?
Yeah, Microsoft really didn't do anything interesting this week. But
Well, that's no fun.
yeah, I know. So we're not going to spend much time on it. Although I have a topic at the end that I think I'm going to drag in. Do you have the spreadsheet open?
No.
You should go open it. I'm going to move that around. There we go. Okay. Did I not put the... Oh, there it is. I, like, moved it and the story link disappeared from it. And then I was like, what the heck? So, okay. What season is... Oh, not season. What holiday is coming up here, Zach?
Thanksgiving?
Quite, yes. And what happens exactly right after Thanksgiving?
Black Friday, of course.
Black Friday. Have you ever gone Black Friday shopping?
And yes,
before?
I will be on the lookout for things that I would like to have.
Well, I thought there was Cyber
Very good.
Monday.
Oh yeah, that's a thing too.
Yeah, Cyber Monday. But have you ever gone Black Friday shopping before?
Kind of, but not really. I only
So-
go on Black Friday if I actually know there's a price on something I want that I want to have. And
See,
just go buy it, you know?
I've never actually gone Black Friday shopping before, and I don't intend to.
Then you have the people that set up tents in front of their stores so they can buy stuff.
Yeah, you've never gone that crazy before, have you?
No.
I've never gone that crazy
No
before either.
way. Are you kidding me? I'm way too lazy to do that.
Yeah,
You
that's
expect
true.
me to sit in a tent in front of some store all
Well,
night just for what?
you've
Heck no.
you've surprised me in the past before. I was surprised to find out that you actually like to ski.
Sure.
Which is interesting because if you actually know Zach, he relatively does not like the outdoors. Usually. Anyway. Normally you like to sit indoors with, a big computer screen in front of you and, yeah.
Or several.
Or several, yes. Oh, that's right, you have 3 screens. So.
Yeah, and they barely fit on my desk, and I guess I don't really care.
Hey, Samsung, we
Work.
should hook Zach up with, like, 3 ultra-wides and try to make him figure out how to fit them on his desk.
They won't. They won't.
At that point, at that point, though, would you be fine sitting on the floor if that was your only option?
No. I would not be fine with that.
So what
At
would you
all.
do? What would you do?
I'd have to get a bigger desk, I guess.
I still think we should build custom desks because then we get them to be the
Sure.
size that we want, and I think that's actually probably cheaper than buying an actual desk. But my
Possibly.
ideal desk, like at some point, I really do want to build this. Once I build my new system Redmond, I want to get like the GT Omega racing chair because they're supposed to be really
Yeah,
comfy.
those are awfully expensive.
Yeah, they're only a couple hundred. At least the one I'm looking at. I think some of them are like 500, but yeah, the one I want is like 200. And then I want to build like a 6 foot wide by 3 foot deep desk. This thing is going to be massive.
Wow.
But, well, I want the length because I want to be able to like have lots of space to like put monitors and things like that. And then I want it to be deep as well because that way I can set things on. Well, the length will help, but the depth will also help because I'll be able to like actually set my laptop like on the side as well. Or like a notebook or whatever else I'm working on. So, yeah.
Does sound useful.
Yeah, it is. So this is a bad like representation, and I don't think. Hold on. I don't even think like That'd be a bad representation too. Anyway, so one of Joe's roommates has like a massively long desk. I'm really jealous of it, and it like stretches from the length of like he's got it underneath his bed, basically. So,
Oh, it's all that length?
yeah, it fits underneath there.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, but basically, Microsoft news for this week is talking about Black Friday deals that Microsoft's got going on. So there's going to be Black Friday deals on the Xbox One S, nothing on the Xbox One X. At least not as of right now. I guess there's some bundles. There's a Battlefield 1 bundle, Forza Horizon 3 bundle, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and The Evil Within 2. Those are going to be going for like $266. Yeah. So, Xbox One S 500GB consoles. The most common discount is an Xbox One S 500GB console. So it looks like Best Buy is going to be selling it for, actually it looks like Best Buy, Jack Kohl's, they're going to be selling them for like $190. So is Newegg, Sam's Club, Target, and Toys R Us. And then Walmart's got them on sale for like $189, so $1 cheaper.
Isn't that just a slim version of the Xbox that already is a thing?
I have no idea. Actually, that's not even your department because...
Nope.
I was going to say it's your department because you're hardware, but it's not your department because you don't do console gaming. I don't do console gaming. So... Well, in your opinion...
pay me to use an Xbox.
I was going to say, in your opinion, console gaming is for... Not for you. Let's put it that way.
It's for what?
I was going to... Well, the term you have said is for console peasants.
Yeah, it is.
Console peasants, so... but no, I am...
You are totally right. I say that all the time.
Well, but see, I'm not a big gamer either, so that's the other thing. I never got into that stuff. So...
I mean, I think that all it's good for is, like, a Netflix box, I guess? I don't know. You can do the same thing with a computer, though. So
you can do the same thing with a computer, or if you really want to put it on your TV, buy a $35 Google Chromecast.
How about a Raspberry Pi?
Nice. Ooh, you know what?
Probably as much as well.
You know what? I would love to get a Raspberry Pi and do some do some videos on it.
Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be. We should get one. You know what? Okay, I know that you're not much into being in videos, but I would like to actually do more videos with you. Like, actual hardware videos.
Yeah, I can show up for that.
That's what we should do. After the Christmas season, what we should do is, we should, maybe all chip in, or me and you, and we should get a Raspberry Pi or something, and then decide some projects that we want to do with it, and then work on them.
Maybe.
Things like that. So. I think next year, we should focus on, more hardware-related videos and stuff like that, if we can. So. I still really want to blow up a hard disk platter. As you said before, it's just the right kind of stupid.
Yes.
Oh, and the motto that I am stealing from a TV show, we'll see if you can pick out, well, you don't watch much TV, but nope. Anyway, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing.
Sure.
So
I got no problem with that.
I think that's kind of going to be the motto, is if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. So anyway, so yeah, that kind of wraps up the Microsoft news for this week. Like I said, they really didn't do much.
Just some deals.
Yeah,
Yay.
Just some deals.
Stuff that I don't really want.
Yeah. So unfortunately, it's become a staple of the show, so I had to throw the Microsoft news in there. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're starting to get into the fun topics for this week. So
Really? Hit me.
oh yeah. Okay. So I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news, and I don't remember if we. Oh, well, okay. Let's back up here. So smart locks. We've talked about them before on this show, and they were hilariously funny. Do you remember that story where smart home companies sent out a software update and bricked like a bunch of people's smart home smart locks?
Yeah, I totally remember that.
Like, oops.
Oops.
So
We just fried your device.
but they didn't.
My bad.
They didn't fry it, but they turned it into basically a useless, like
Might as well have. Other than the
Anyway,
fact that there's the chance these things can be fixed.
well, they could be fixed. So they didn't like fully brick them.
They basically soft bricked them.
Yeah, they soft bricked them, but the way to get it unbricked was to like send it back to the company and like have them unbrick it. Or actually, I don't think they even had like. I think you just sent it back, and then they'd like send you a new one that like wasn't bricked or what. I don't know all the logistics of how that all worked, but anyway, it was funny. So
Yup.
anyway, last month the world was introduced to Amazon Key. Have you heard about this? I don't remember if we talked about it on the show or not.
Nope, never heard of it.
Okay,
What's it do?
so maybe we actually did. It's a new service from the online shopping giant that allows couriers to unlock your front door to deliver packages.
Oh, maybe we did talk about that.
No,
And
you know
were
what we
like,
talked
is that
about?
sketchy?
No, you know what we did talk about? It was the same concept. It was the Walmart in-home delivery,
Oh, yeah.
where you would like
it was Walmart.
Yep.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. Where you would like put together your shopping list, and then like all that stuff would get like put together, and then a Walmart employee would drop it off at your house. But Amazon is looking to do the exact same thing. Before we go any further with this topic here, what are your thoughts right now?
I'm sure this will become commonplace.
Okay, that's not exactly where I was expecting you to go with that, but okay.
Well, eventually, someday, it'll be common. I'm sure. You can go online, buy some stuff, and it'll just be in your house. Right?
Well, theoretically, maybe-ish. Okay, one of the main concerns of the service is the central question of whether Prime customers trust Amazon enough to let the company monitor their homes and determine when it's okay to unlock the door for someone who is essentially a stranger. See, that was more the point, like, that's what I thought you were going to go off of.
Oh.
Was the security aspect
I guess
of that.
so.
And that's what this topic is about, is the security aspect of this whole service. So, the service relies on CloudCam and a compatible smart lock and only grants permission for a courier to enter after they scan a barcode, which is then checked against information in the cloud. A camera also monitors and records the drop-off so customers can check that nothing suspicious has happened. So, UPS guy walks up to your house, right? Scans the barcode with their little app thing or whatever. And then that gets verified on Amazon's end. And then it sends a signal to the smart lock to unlock the door. It turns on the smart cam, or not the smart cam, it turns on the camera. And then the person puts the package in the house. And then when they're done, they close the door and then they say they're completed. And then it locks the door and everything. So, seems like a simple enough concept, correct?
Yeah.
So, here's the problem. Now, security researchers have found that the camera can be disabled and frozen
Oh, really?
from a program. This gets even better. From a program run from any computer within Wi-Fi range.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
Wow.
so
That is brilliant.
So that's where this topic takes a twist here.
Now do you trust them?
Yes, exactly.
Even if they fix it. Really? They let this be a thing? They let this be a thing. Wow.
I'm sure it was I'm sure it was in the words of Amazon. I'm putting words in Amazon's mouth here, but I'm sure it was one of those. Oh, yeah, this was one of those things that we kind of sort of slightly overlooked, maybe.
Yep.
Whoops. Oh, we'll just hope nobody notices. Somebody noticed.
Oh, someone noticed. Oh no. Well, damage control. Let's.
Right? And they did, and we'll get into that. But anyway, that means a customer watching a delivery will only see a closed door even if someone opens the door and goes inside. A vulnerability that may allow rogue couriers to rob customers' homes. So here is the thing about this, though. And it was something that I was thinking about as I was reading through the article. And that is that, okay, fine, if that happens, yes, but you would think that each, when actually, as you'll see later on, but you would think that whatever driver is dropping off the package, that information would be stored somewhere to say that this particular driver has this route, this house is on this route, and so if that did happen, you would think it would be pretty easy for them to figure out who, kind of.
What about this? What if a driver is working with somebody else and the driver's like, all right, I'm going to go in and do this. I'm not going to do anything. And then you can come in behind me while the camera's turned off and you can steal stuff, right? So then nothing, I guess no physical evidence would tie back to the driver.
Good point.
And the driver might look innocent. Either that, or what if the driver really is innocent and someone just snuck in behind?
And that was the other thing.
Off the camera.
That was the other thing I was thinking about
then
too.
The driver's gonna look guilty, even though they didn't actually do anything.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly how all that works, but anyway, so the camera is very much something Amazon is relying on in pitching the security of this as a safe solution. Yes, until you hear that the camera can be disabled, then.
Well, to be fair, with the camera, it's sounds like a decent idea, right? I mean, you can watch everything that happens.
Well, and that's the idea behind how the Walmart one works too. So when the delivery driver scans the barcode, you get a notification on your phone so that you can watch the entire thing taking place. So, like I said, in theory, this is a great idea. You watch them open the door, you watch them drop their package.
To do something stupid, and suddenly it looks like a horrible idea.
Yeah. Researchers from a security firm uncovered the Amazon key attack and replicated it. Disabling that camera on command is a pretty powerful capability when you're talking about environments where you're relying heavily on that being a critical safety mechanism. So
well, that's an understatement.
Yeah. There's a video that demonstrates a attack that shows a man dropping off a parcel inside a house. The Amazon Key app shows the delivery goes as normal and then indicates that the door has been locked as the delivery driver leaves. But once the disabling program is run and the courier returns to the apartment, the app just shows the door remaining closed.
Well, there's another loophole that I didn't think of.
What's that?
Loophole, I guess, I don't know. Can't really call it a loophole, more like a exploit.
Basically, yes.
Well, either way, there's tons of ways that somebody could do that to do bad things. And that's probably not something that Amazon wants people doing with their product.
Yeah. So Amazon does have a process in place that's meant to avoid these scenarios from happening. So the courier has to unlock the door, leave, then manually relock, and the customer will get a notification when they do so. So if a courier left and the door was not quickly locked again, the customer would know something is off. Which, okay, fine, I agree with that. Although...
What if the courier unlocked the door again?
I don't think you can do that, though. I think the idea behind it is...
All right, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Is that once you can only unlock the door once, and you have to scan the barcode of the package. And then...
Even so, the fact that, I mean, say the courier goes in, they steal something, I mean, how much evidence is there to say that this person did?
I don't know.
Just is the fact that this person was supposed to make a delivery at this time enough evidence to say that they did?
I see. That's the other thing. So I would think as a delivery driver, I'd want the cameras to work too.
Well, yeah, because that proves you didn't do anything.
Exactly. That proves that if I'm a delivery driver, I didn't do anything. So and
if
see,
the cameras don't work, you should be saying, I'm not going to do this.
Well, we'll get into that in a moment here. So, but yeah, so if the courier left the door unlocked, and then didn't quickly lock it again, they get a notification. Well, I don't know if they get a notification, but yes, you as a customer with, you get the notification that says, oh, delivery driver, has dropped off your package. And then you get a notification,
well, the other thing is someone might just not notice that, oh, the door wasn't locked. Something's up. What if they don't notice?
Oh, you mean like the delivery driver?
No, the customer. What if they don't see a notification and they don't really think anything of it?
Yeah, that could be the other thing.
Even though that could mean a bad thing.
So the customer would know something is off. Although an attack like this would prevent them from seeing exactly what happened, which is true. The courier also can't move on to their next delivery according to Amazon's procedures until the door has been locked and the step has been confirmed in the cloud. So I'm guessing.
So there's plenty of safety measures in place, but they still better be fixing this before bad things happen.
So now a spokesperson from Amazon said safety and security are built into every aspect of the service. Except for that small part where the camera.
Except for that small part where it can be disabled. Yeah.
Yeah, except for that small little part right there.
Yeah, it's just a small oversight. No problem. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So every delivery driver passes a comprehensive background check that is verified by Amazon before they can make in-home deliveries. Well, that's all great and all, but it only takes that one instance.
It only takes that one person who's not got a criminal history but decides this might be a good opportunity.
Mm-hmm. So every delivery is connected to a specific driver, and before we unlock the door for a delivery, Amazon verifies that the correct driver is at the right address at the intended time. So, okay, there's that. We currently notify customers if the camera is offline for an extended period. Later this week, we will deploy an update to more quickly provide notifications if the camera goes offline during delivery. The service
that should be immediate.
It should be immediate. Yes.
The update, the notification that says, "Hey, it's not working." That should be instant.
This is a good security measure.
Maybe not instant, but there should be like the camera does not work for X number of seconds. We're going to ping some.
Yeah. This sounds like a great idea here. So, as part of the update, they say the service will not unlock the door if the Wi-Fi is disabled and the camera is not online.
Fine.
So, I guess
that's smart.
Yes, it's smart. How long is it before somebody figures out how to exploit it again, though?
Well, I don't know.
So, I guess my thing about this whole idea is letting a stranger walk into my house and deliver a package. I'm not letting him do it anytime soon.
Well, here's the other thing is, why does it have to be inside your house? Why can't it just be on your doorstep? Doesn't that work? What happened to that?
Well, but see, here's the thing about this. And we ran a story about this the other day. And that is, especially during, like, the holidays, is people's packages will, somebody's at work, right? They get the tracking number. It says that the package has been delivered. They get home, package isn't there. Because...
So it's an anti-theft thing that...
Exactly.
Kind of introduces another opportunity for theft.
Yes. My idea would be...
Yeah.
I like this.
You're basically... It seems to me like you're creating more problems with this than you're solving.
You know what idea I like? Is the idea of... hold on one second here. There we go. I like this idea right here of like building like a little pod or something like that that can be like, you know, bolted or something that is inconvenient to move, right? And
A
applying the
secure
same,
drop point.
yeah, like that you put like outside your house or something like that. And then using this concept of scanning the app or, you know, scanning a barcode, it unlocks the thing, delivery driver puts the package inside, calls it good. So, actually, you know what? I just thought of something. The one way I would maybe allow this to happen is if I had like a porch or something and then had a separate door inside that I could also lock. You know what I mean? So giving them access to only one portion of the house.
So kind of like an airlock.
Kind of, yeah. Where it's like, well, okay, you know how my house is set up, where I have a porch, right? But then we have that door that goes in. So the idea would be that both doors would be locked, right?
You can open up the porch,
but
and they can put stuff there.
Yes, exactly. Lock the door and everything, but they can't get into the main house. That would be the one way, or like even the garage. Like that would well, the garage might be a little interesting. Depends on what's in there, but
I'm sure some people have things in the garage that they wouldn't want stolen. So
specifically, like other vehicles.
Yeah, specifically cars, maybe.
Although, well, yeah, but okay, let's put it this way though: if a car goes missing, that's going to be a little more noticeable than if some jewelry goes missing.
Perhaps.
Perhaps just a little bit. So, all right, let's move on to another topic real quick here. Last main topic for this week, and then you know what? I don't know if we're actually going to cover this other topic here. We may or may not, but anyway, we'll kind of blow through this one real quick. So, Intel is a pretty awesome little company. And Intel's year-long efforts to supply the processor brains for our phones was a flop. Obviously, because I've never heard of an Intel processor in a phone before.
They do exist.
Do they?
My tablet has one. It's not a phone.
Well, your tablet, but I'm talking phone specifically. But now what they're wanting to do is actually put in a communications chip into your phones to get faster speeds, like, you know, gigabit speeds from 5G when that actually becomes a thing in 2019.
We're going to have 5G now, huh? Fantastic.
Which should give us...
Too bad you'll never get to utilize it because of data caps.
I don't know about that. It's supposed to... well, it's supposed to increase speeds by giving us over a gig of speed. Whether that actually happened or not, I don't know.
If you can pull a gig down on your phone, I mean, think about how fast you can blow through your data caps.
That's a good point.
Like, sure, a gigabit is not the same as a gigabyte, but if you can blow through, all right, say it was 1 gigabyte per second, and you have 10 gigabytes a month, then that would be 10 seconds to burn through your data cap. Now, since a gigabit is 1/8 of a gigabyte, that's 80 seconds to blow through your data.
I didn't think about that. Well, it depends on what you're doing, but you're right.
Obviously, unless you're like downloading at max speed or something, you're probably not going to be pulling a gigabit through your phone. But the fact that it's even a possibility is a little worrying.
Well, no, I don't think it works that way. It's based on bandwidth. So, like, you know, if you download like a document or something, it's only so many like kilobytes or whatever. It's just going to happen faster.
I'm just saying that there's a possibility.
There's a possibility. You're right, though. Yeah, if you happen to have like a gig, you know,
you happen to have an app that's just downloading for no reason.
Yeah.
Or a malicious app, more specifically, downloading for no reason. That could be a thing. That wouldn't be any good.
So, anyway, I guess the new chips are... I don't know. Actually, okay, so I think they've got prototypes out, I think, right now. Because they did successfully like make a call on the 5G network, on like the 26 hertz or 28 hertz band or something like that. Yeah, it's the 28 gigahertz band.
5G network yet.
Well, I think that's still in development. Is how that all works.
Right. Well, yeah.
But anyway,
it's not finished, but it exists.
So, kind of some interesting stuff that's happening. I'm not really going to dive much into this because there's just too many unknowns. It's just kind of one of those cool things that's happening. I like this one though. Let's cover this topic real quick. So, when was the last time you were on a plane, Zach?
When was the last time I was on a plane? A couple years ago, I guess. Not a couple years ago, more than that.
Okay,
3 years maybe.
Last time you were on said plane, did you use the crappy in-flight Wi-Fi?
Heck no, that costs money. And a stupid amount of it. A way stupid amount of it.
Last time I was on a flight, I actually did do it because I don't remember if I did. Anyway, I know when I went to Florida a few years ago, I actually did it because it was a long flight. But anyway.
Don't they charge you by the hour, though? Like, I know that some of the in-flight wireless services are just ridiculously by the hour, by the gigabyte, by the whatever.
Hang on.
I know we looked at this, didn't we?
We looked at this at one point in time. Yeah. Okay, so
and it was just ridiculous.
GoGo in-flight. So you can buy monthly airline plans.
Oh jeez.
That start at $49.95.
Oh my god. Why is this a thing?
Monthly access on domestic GoGo equipped flights on your favorite airline. Oh yeah, and that was the other part behind this. It only works. It's not between like, so if you flew on American Airlines and then like maybe next time you flew on like Southwest, like it wouldn't transfer over. It's for one.
Here's the other thing is the performance isn't even good.
No.
The performance is horrible.
It's for one specific
really
airline.
Bad.
But yeah, so that's
like,
how that monthly pass
works. You're lucky
works.
to have 5 megabits.
Okay.
What are you even going to do with that?
A 1 hour pass will cost you $7.
You might be able to watch Netflix if nobody else is using it. But if anybody else is using it and maybe they want to watch Netflix too, uh-oh.
No, I don't think that would work. But yeah, so a 1 hour pass costs you $7. If you want an all day pass, it's going to cost you $20.
That is just ridiculous.
But today, 2 major international carriers announced plans. By the way, this was written on the 16th, so that would have been Thursday, I think. So on Thursday, 2 major international carriers announced plans to dramatically improve Wi-Fi connectivity on their flights.
So the question is it still going to cost a fortune, or what?
That and the fact that it's international. But there would then hopefully be hope for it to come here. But first, Hong Kong's Cathay Pacific Airlines and its subsidiaries announced the selection of GoGo satellites-based 2Ku in-flight connectivity for its Airbus A330 and Boeing 777 aircrafts. So this service is expected to go live mid-2018. Meanwhile, Emirates Airlines said it would be partnering with Thales to install satellite broadband Wi-Fi with speeds up to, holy mackerel, 50 megabits per second!
I mean, sure, 50 megabits these days isn't really anything to write home about, but on an airplane? Well, I mean, compared to what they had before, yeah, I guess that's not too bad. Gotta admit, it's probably still going to cost a fortune.
Domestic carriers in the U.S. have made their own inroads. JetBlue announced in January that it had completed its rollout of FlyFi, its free high-speed internet service to its entire fleet of planes. And starting October 1st, Delta Airlines began offering free access to in-flight internet for customers to access. Oh, yeah, we talked about this. Access certain things like iMessage, WhatsApp, and Facebook Messenger on any flight with GoGo Wi-Fi.
So what happens if you use a VPN? Can you go on whatever you want then?
I don't know.
Now, to be honest, for how much it costs to get on a plane, you should get it for free no matter what. You should be able to go on whatever you want, too. But I guess they don't think this.
Since most in-flight Wi-Fi speeds can't support high bandwidth activities like video streaming or photo sharing, third parties like Netflix are looking to get in the mix. Starting next year, the streaming giant said it would start partnering with airlines to provide them with its mobile technology. Interesting. I'm interested to see what the speeds are on this Fly-Fi. JetBlue.
I mean, even if they're not good, it's better than nothing if it's free, you know?
It's free, yes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please feel free to roam about the internet. The rumors are true. JetBlue is the only airline with free high-speed Wi-Fi at every seat. The onboard innovation delivers a robust online experience, much like you would expect at home or work.
I sort of doubt that. What happens if 5 people want to watch Netflix? I don't think anybody's
I still don't think you're going to be...
in that case.
Wi-Fi with Fly-Fi? Oh my goodness.
And, you know, the name is kind of a garbage pun.
It kind of is. I want to know what the speeds are for it, though. Amazon and JetBlue. No. Frequently asked questions. It's free to all customers. Only over the contingent, or over the U.S. So anything outside of the U.S. it doesn't work. But yes, I'm curious to know what the speeds are. Initial test of JetBlue's so-called Fly-Fi systems clock speeds as fast as 30 megabits per second. Though the average hovered around 15 megabits per second. But still, for in-flight, that's not horrible. Considering...
I guess maybe 5 people might get away with watching Netflix at low quality. The problem is, here's the problem, though,
you're going to be able to.
It's probably shared, which means that, yeah, those 5 people who want to watch Netflix are all going to have to share the bandwidth. And they probably all don't even know that anybody else is trying to watch Netflix. So they're sitting there all frustrated that it doesn't work. Because there's 30 megabits, which would be enough for someone to watch Netflix, but they're all trying to, so, you know, nobody really gets anything.
So here's GoGo in-flight internet. So GoGo's connection speed is approximately 500 to 600 kilobytes.
Oh, wow. And here I was thinking you might get 5 megabits on. I don't even know why I thought that. It just kind of stuck in my mind as, oh yeah, they had like 5 megabits. But no, you don't even get 1 megabit. Ha ha! That means nobody's watching Netflix today.
What? Mibabit? Is that even a...
Huh?
It's not... Okay, so I guess the total bandwidth for all users on flight is approximately 3... I don't know if that's megabits or... See if you can make sense of this for me real quick. Where are we? There we go. Is that megabits? I don't think that's megabits. I think that's
megabits. Like... Yeah, it is.
Is it?
That's definitely megabits.
I've never seen it abbreviated that way before.
I've seen it that way, but...
So, yes. Oh, I guess the total is 3 megabits. So, yeah, JetBlue's like 15. Yeah. Much better than that. So, anyway, I guess the good news about all this is that if other like airlines are starting to improve their like in-flight internet infrastructure, hopefully other airlines will start to do the same. I would hope.
Yes.
So
that would be good.
Kind of like like, you know, when you get those small ISPs that start coming into like bigger like places and installing fiber, and then the big ISPs are like, oh, yeah, maybe we should upgrade our infrastructures now.
Or more like turn on faster speeds for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So
because sometimes they don't even have to upgrade the infrastructure.
Yeah. So,
which makes it all the more depressing that the quality of internet service tends to suck in most places in this.
Yeah, it really is. But anyway, so I've been seeing commercials for Google. I guess they're trying to get into like the mobile carrier market now.
Really?
Yeah, like something called yeah, or Project Fi, I think is what it is. Project Fi.
I swear I've heard of that, but I don't remember
Project
what it
Fi is a virtual or a mobile virtual network operated by Google, providing phone, message, and data services using both Wi-Fi and cellular networks, belonging to Sprint, T-Mobile, and U.S. Cellular. Oh, so they're going to use like multiple partners and stuff like that. So, anyway, yeah. Maybe we'll be covering that at some point on the RAM show. But anyway, let me see if there's anything else really quick worth mentioning. I guess Razer has a new keyboard out. The Apple HomePod is going to be delayed. Oh, AT&T and Verizon are like teaming up to build towers together for some reason. I haven't actually looked at the story, but yeah, so that's the thing that's happening. And what was this one? Oh, there is a app called Line, or like Line messaging,
I've heard of that.
They're creating a feature where you can unsend messages within 24 hours, I guess.
Well, better hope whoever it was sent to didn't read it.
Yeah, right. So, anyway.
Hey, why'd you unsend that? I didn't do that. What are you talking
about? Yeah. So, anyway. But yeah, besides that, I really don't have anything else for this show this week. So I think with that, we're going to call it a show. Thank you so much for joining us this week. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Get subscribed if you haven't done that already. Also, make sure to turn on the bell so you get notifications whenever we upload a brand new video. There it is. Way too many buttons to hit. So with that being said, I'm going to end this episode of The RAM Show. Thank you so much again for joining us, and we will see you, I think, yeah, we'll see you next week, I think. Right? Yes or no? Maybe. We'll figure it out. Yeah. All right. Bye.